Hello and welcome to Asian Action Cinema. Today we take a look at the 1976 early Jackie Chan Kung Fu movie Shaolin Wooden Men, which also stars Kam Kong and Doris Chen and is directed by Chen Chi-hua. Now this was the second time I'd noticed Jackie Chan at the cinema. The first time was a small but impressive part of a spearman in Hand of Death and was impressed with what I saw. Now many fans dismiss his early output when he signed up to work for director-producer Lo Wei, and while there are definitely some clunkers, there's also a number of really good gems amongst the movies he made at the time that are well worth a revisit, and this is definitely one of them. Jackie Chan was only in his early 20s, this was before his eyelid surgery, when he made the film, after the flop which was New Fist of Fury, and was given a bit more freedom to do things his way with the help of director Chen Chi-hua. Speaking of which, the film says directed by Lo Wei, but Jackie later stated that the actual director was definitely Chen Chi-hua. Lo Wei was just a figurehead. Now Chan stars in this tale of a young mute orphan brought up in the Shaolin Temple and trying his best to study Kung Fu, but he's haunted by the murder of his father and just wants to be good enough so he can find the killer and get revenge. One day he follows another monk into the cave on the grounds of the temple and finds chained up another Kung Fu master played by veteran actor Kam Kong, who has mastered what's called the Lion's Roar, a much more aggressive form of martial arts. Jackie befriends him, bringing him food and wine, and in exchange the jailed master teaches him his deadly Kung Fu techniques. At the same time, Jackie also learns from a Shaolin nun who teaches him the softer art of the gliding snake. And when he feels he's good enough to leave the temple, he sets out to get his revenge, but first he has to get past the Wooden Men. Now at this time, in 1976, it was only 3 years since Bruce Lee had died. You had Lau Kar-leung and Chang Cheh doing some great stuff at Shaw Brothers, and the masters of the kicking arts were getting popular, people such as John Liu, who'd done Secret Rivals, and Tan Xiaoliang, and Jackie was trying to fit in somewhere in between. You do get to see Jackie let loose some impressive animal style techniques, especially in the opening title sequence. The training sequences are great, and also impressive is his battle from the alley of the Wooden Men. You also notice that the branding of his arms on a huge burning pot, which is very similar to what we've seen on the Kung Fu TV series a few years before, starring David Carradine. You get to see things that Jackie would expand on in his later more successful movies, such as The Snake Style and Befriending a Drunken Monk. You also get to see him training by running up concrete steps carrying buckets of water, a scene which Quentin Tarantino would use in Kill Bill Volume 2. You may notice in his early Jackie Chan films that his name is spelled Jackie with a Y at the end, not Jackie I.E. It was when filming Battle Creek Brawl later in the USA that director Robert Clouse apparently told him that Jackie was spelt with a Y as the way a female would spell it, and to change it to I.E. at the end, which he did from then on. I'm not sure how true that story is. Now Shaolin Wooden Men got an early VHS release in the UK retitled Shaolin Chamber of Death, but the pan and scan picture was awful quality and the action served poorly from the cropping on the screen. Years later, Hong Kong Legends released a good DVD with the correct aspect ratio, but still had a bit of a murky picture. Go forward to 2020, and 88 Films have now released a new 2K remastered version on Blu-ray, and it was a revelation. The picture quality is fantastic. It really shows what an underappreciated film this is, and makes you wonder why it was not more of a success on its initial release. The Blu-ray has original Mandarin mono with remastered English subtitles, a Cantonese track which was done later for the first Hong Kong release, and a classic English dub track. You get two informative audio commentaries, first from Brandon Bentley and another by Mike Leader and Arne Venema. Both are worth a listen, as you get to hear a great range of information about the movie and its cast. As an example, Yun Bu, a classmate of Jackie's at the opera school and later a star in his own right, can be seen in the film as a thug. He also did some acrobatics and doubled a few of the actors in the film, including Jackie, I think, at some point. Also on the Blu-ray, you get an interesting piece on Trans Global Pictures and how they've introduced the VHS Kung Fu titles to Britain, including this one. You also get a selection of trailers and a fantastic new cover by brilliant artist Kung Fu Bob O'Brien. If you're a fan of Kung Fu movies or Jackie Chan, I cannot recommend this release enough. It is a great traditional Kung Fu movie and has a special place for me as one of the first Jackie Chan movies I ever saw at the cinema way back in the mid-1970s in Chinatown. Now, if you're more of a fan of the modern, fast-edited kickboxing style of choreography, then this probably won't change your mind. But even so, you should give this film a chance, as it has what all the fans love of Kung Fu movies, with a revenge plot, great training sequences and plenty of well-made fight scenes. If you like this review and would like to see more, please say so in the comments below and subscribe. Coming soon, I'll be reviewing another Jackie Chan classic as well as one from the one and only Sammo Hung.